Once upon a time, in a monastery cradled by misty hills and whispering pines, a young monk sought enlightenment. Renowned for his kindness, he gave endlessly comforting grieving villagers, advising fellow monks, and sheltering weary travelers. His days blurred into nights, his compassion a flame that warmed others but left him ash. He forgot to sit beneath the Bodhi tree, to breathe, to be. One evening, as amber light bathed the temple, he knelt before the Buddha. "Master," he whispered, voice frayed, "I serve without pause, yet my soul starves. How do I balance giving and living?" The Buddha's eyes softened. "Listen, long ago, a merchant in a river valley town was beloved for his generosity. He fed the hungry, lent coins without interest, and settled disputes with wisdom. Pilgrims crossed mountains to seek his aid, and he never turned them away until his hands grew calloused, his laughter rare, his children strangers. One night, an old wanderer shuffled into his shop. "Carry this," he said, thrusting a sack into the merchant's arms. The man staggered, already burdened by invisible weights. A farmer's debt, a widow's tears, a neighbor's envy. "Why cling to these?" the wanderer pressed. "What good is a lantern drained of oil?" The merchant froze. For years he'd mistaken self-neglect for virtue. With trembling hands, he set down the sack. Then, one by one, he relinquished the sorrows he'd hoarded not out of coldness, but clarity. His shoulders lifted, his breath deepened. The wanderer vanished, leaving only moonlight pooling on the floor. The Buddha turned to the monk. "You too, clutch burdens not yours to bear. A river that refuses its banks becomes a flood. Tend your garden first, only then can its fruit nourish others." The monk wept not from sorrow, but liberation. The next day, when a farmer demanded advice during his meditation hour, he gently said, "Return at dusk." When travelers begged him to mend their wagon, he offered tools instead of toil. Slowly, his heart relearned its rhythm. Service rooted in serenity, not sacrifice. Seasons passed. The monastery thrived, not despite his boundaries, but because of them. He taught the villagers to fish, rather than feeding them forever. Showed novices how to kindle their own light. And so, the monk learned. True compassion is a bridge, not a martyr's pyre. It asks not, "How much can I give?" but, "How wisely?" For only when we honor our limits can we offer the world our truest strength. May your heart find its balance. Thank you for watching, and keep rising. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel.